What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. In today's reaction video, I am once again going to be checking out a band for the very first time, and that band is called Malevolence. The reason that I don't say where they're from or what style of music this is because honestly, I have no idea. This is going to be one of those fun videos where I'm coming into this knowing almost nothing about this actual band. And the reason this came up is because recently I was talking to somebody that works with Nuclear Blast Records, and I just kind of asked in passing, do you guys have any new signings or anything new coming out that I may have missed? And they said that they just recently signed these guys, like a few days ago. And they sounded really stoked about it, so I figured if they're excited, I'll check it out, man. Why not? Now, with the announcement of their signing did come the announcement of a new album. Their third studio album, Malicious Intent, is going to release on May 20th, 2022 from Nuclear Blast Records and the band's own imprint. Now, while I've never listened to these guys, I know I have seen their name floating around online in different scenes. I've seen people mention this band by name, but I don't really know what it's going to sound like. If I had to take a wild guess from where I've seen it come up, it's going to be some kind of hardcore or deathcore, possibly in that area, but don't know, but we're about to find out. I will link this original music video in the description below, and today, for the very first time ever, I'm going to be listening to Malevolence and checking out the brand new music video for their song On Broken Glass. Let's go! Oh, this is gonna be hardcore. For sure. Oh, this is a great start. Yes. Dude, there's some fucking riffing going on, man. Like, my first initial thought was this sounds very like East Coast US hardcore, like New York, New Jersey, that kind of area. It reminds me a little bit at times of like Terror, a little bit of Hatebreed influence in there, but like, this is, for me, this is kind of a league of its own right now because there's a lot of fucking sick musicianship going on in this, even though there is some heavy hardcore roots in this, man. So assuming that they're filming this locally, wherever they're at, I saw in that barber shop, the telephone number was an international number for my reference. It's not an American phone number. And then I saw a zoom in on the British flag. And they're all using Laney amplification. I'm going to say these guys have to be from the UK. It has to be. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But let's hear a little more and then break down some gear. It's actually pretty simplistic gear breakdown, believe it or not. But I want to hear more and then we'll talk more. I thought it was more blast beats. All right, we're getting some shredding going on, so let's talk real quick, man. This is fucking awesome. Like, this is more than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I said I was expecting some kind of hardcore or deathcore, I think really I was expecting more of a beatdown kind of sound, and this is not really that at all, man. I love this video, and one of the things I love about the hardcore scene, even though I'm kind of too old to get involved in like the pits and stuff at this point, is that this looks like a hardcore show. Everybody's packed in. There's no empty space anywhere. Like, this is that culture, man, and I love it. So let's talk gear real quick. We already brought up Laney Amplification, which is a very famous British company that's been around, I believe, since, if I remember my dates right, it's been the 60s. And they were first made famous when Tony Iommi used them on the first Black Sabbath record. And over the years, tons and tons of huge name artists and guitar players have used their amps. We're starting to see them lately again, man. Recently, when I did a reaction to the new Envisions, we've seen them using Laney on all their stuff. So it's kind of cool to see that popping up in a lot of circles at this point now. And then all the stringed instrument players on stage, guitars and bass, are all rocking Ibanez. Ibanez boys here. And I'm not surprised because the drummer is rocking Tama, and the same company distributes both Ibanez and Tama, but we'll get into that in a second. So one of the guitar players is rocking an Ibanez RG, and assuming it's a newer one, it looks like one of the 550s from their Genesis collection. And the Genesis collection from Ibanez is kind of like their, I don't know, like homage to their original RGs. They're built with the same design and in the same way, just with, you know, different pickups and stuff like that. But it's definitely an Ibanez RG from the Genesis for sure. Well, not for sure, because it could be an older RG, one of the originals, but I doubt it. I'm going to go Genesis, but I'll double check. The other guitar player, I believe he's rocking in Ibanez. It's definitely an RGA, and I think it's from the Axion label line. I love the natural wood finish on it, and I haven't seen that too much. Usually with a lot of the Axion stuff, you see a lot of different color finishes and bursts and stuff like that. And with the Axions, they usually throw bare knuckle pickups in those, which another UK company. Seen a lot of UK stuff going on. I'm going to have to look up more information on that one because I don't know for sure what's on that guitar because I've never seen that exact model in any of these videos. And then their bass player is playing an Ibanez SR bass. I can't get a great look on it, so I can't tell exactly what model it is, but it does look like one of their Prestiges or Premiums just based on how the finish on it looks. You can kind of see some different coloration going on around the outside of the body of the guitar, and that's usually very common with the Prestiges and the Premiums. But I'm just going to have to guess that this band is all fully endorsed by Ibanez if every single member is using it. Let's hear the shredding, and then we'll talk drums because we can talk more about that connection between Tama and Ibanez too. Oh, f***ing A, windmill, buddy. Okay, that's got to be a breakdown. So I want to bring up actually during that guitar solo part, the drummer was doing some really cool accents on his cymbals. I like some of the crash accents he was throwing on certain beats. Really cool. So let's talk about the drummer really quick. So I've seen the Tama logo. It's a Tama kit. And if I'm not mistaken, on one of the close-ups, I did see enough of the badge to see that it's a Star Classic. Star Classic is one of the most popular lines from Tama. And there's some interesting stuff to talk about. So, Ibanez and Tama are both manufactured and distributed by Hoshino Gakki, which is a Japanese corporation. Hoshino Gakki first got into making drums in the 60s, and it was actually called Star Drums. Star Classic is, you know, in respects to that original name. Around the 70s or so, they decided to specifically start their own drum division called Tama Drums. Tama was the name of Hoshino Gaki's, or the company. Wait, I'm wording this really wrong. So the owner of Hoshino Gaki Corporation, his wife's name was Tama, and the drum company was named after her just to do something cool. The other thing I forgot to mention too is that the word Hoshino in Japanese, I've read, means starfield. So you're seeing a lot of star-related names with Tama and their drums and their original name and all that. From the top-down shots I've seen, it looks like the drummer is using Zildjian cymbals for everything. I could be wrong, but while I'm editing, I'll go back through and double-check. And usually when you see this much specific gear in a video, it means everybody's endorsed. So you got a whole kit that's made up of Zildjian cymbals. I'm going to assume he's either endorsed or just very particular. And with the Tama logo showing in the video, going to assume he's also endorsed too. But let's just finish this off, man. I think I've talked about all the gear and everything, so I'm digging this. Oh, let's go.
You can afford to slip when you walk a broken glass.
Oh, man. Great way to pick up the rhythm there. Yeah, man. If pre-orders are up, I'm going to go order this album right now. This impressed the hell out of me, man. This far exceeded my expectations of sitting down and checking out something new today, man. That was fantastic. Let's go talk more about it. You know, whenever I check out something brand new to me on this channel, I always go into it, you know, with the mindset of, even if it's something I don't like overall, I want to find things that I like about it. Like whether the mix is good or there were good parts and stuff, even if it's not for me. But this, there was nothing in this that I didn't like, man. This whooped major ass. And again, I said it multiple times in the reaction, this was way more than I was expecting when I sat down to record this, man. I absolutely loved this. And you know, it's only a couple months before their new album is going to come out. I'm going to go pre-order it. And in the meantime, there's 2 other studio albums that I can go listen to and get more familiar with this band's sound because, you know, there's a lot of bands that have hardcore influences that sound pretty damn similar, that have the same kind of, you know, songwriting structures and stuff like that. But musically, this really stood out to me, man. These guys have something special with everything that they were doing, and I absolutely loved it. And I realized after I got done, I looked at the time, and it's kind of a long reaction for this channel because I talked a lot of gear and stuff like that. But hey, man, it was fun, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As a reminder, once again, their debut album with Nuclear Blast Records comes out on May 20th, 2022. If there are pre-orders available, I'll make sure there's links below where you can go check that stuff out and support the band directly. Again, I loved this. I can't wait to hear more. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe to the channel, go for it. If you want to like this video, go for it. If you do either, thank you very much. But most importantly, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. I'm on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server that a lot of us hang out on. I have a Twitch that I stream on all the time. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, I'll throw links in the description below. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.